All right, guys, I want you to stay tuned because I'm going to discuss the 5 misconceptions about traditional publishing that everybody thinks are true but are not. Stay tuned. Good to have you back. And the very first thing that everybody gets confused about traditional publishing is they believe that they are going to have a bunch of people marketing their books. Wrong. You will have nobody marketing your book. Right? If you're a writer that's starting off, all that's going to happen is they're going to publish your book. The marketing is up to you. Okay? Unless you're a big name writer, again, like I've said in other videos, you'd have to be a Stephen King, a James Patterson. Think about all the commercials you've seen about books that have come out. Uh, who's these commercials for? They're not for indie authors. They're for big name authors. You're not going to get the marketing. You're not going to have these big commercial marketing campaigns for your book. It's just not going to happen. So it's all going to be on you. Same thing you're doing now as a self-publisher. It's basically what you're going to have to do. You're going to have to go out on the internet, hit up Twitter, hit up Facebook, hit up Instagram. Just build a community around you, get followers. Hopefully people buy your book. Go on Goodreads, do a whole bunch of things. That's one thing that startled me when I first started self-publishing. I thought, hey, I self-publish, I put it out on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter, and people will buy my books. Nope. I had to start going into communities, start talking about books, start talking about this, the whole process and everything I had to do and help out other writers. Then the sales started coming, but not before then. So if you think things are going to change, you're wrong until you become a big name, which is number two, fame. Nope. Just because you got traditionally published, you are not going to become famous overnight. Very rarely happens. Okay? So don't think just because, hey, I got traditionally published, I'm famous now. Think about it as a movie actor. Just because you got yourself into one movie, you didn't become famous overnight. Sandra Bullock did Love Potion #9 in the 80s. When did she become famous? She didn't become famous until she did Speed in the mid 90s or something like that. So, same thing's gonna happen to you. Maybe you get traditionally published, one book, maybe it takes 4 or 5 books to become famous. Dan Brown, uh, he, I want to say his first book was Digital Fortress, which was the first time I discovered him. Um, but I didn't discover him until he did Angels and Demons, not Angels and Demons, Da Vinci Code. And my friend said, "Oh, if you love Da Vinci Code, you should read his first book, Digital Fortress." I read that, and then there was another book after that. I always forget the name of it, but I read that and I loved it. Loved all his books, Angels and Demons, Digital Fortress, Da Vinci Code. Everything after that kind of sucked, but that's how, to me, he became famous. Um, your goals. Your goal might be to, I don't know, sell 10,000 copies, or I want my book turned into a movie. I don't know. Whatever your goals are, your aspirations for your book, they might not align with what the company, the publishing company's goals are. Okay, because think about it. All they care about is the bottom line. Okay, again, I'm an accountant. I understand the bottom line, things that have to happen for the company to reach their goals. And sometimes they're underhanded. Sometimes, companies are loyal, but they have to do what they have to do to make their money. It might not meet be part of your goals, but they're going to do what it takes for them to make their money. So it might not line up with what you want. The fourth one, everybody thinks, hey, I'm traditionally published now. I'm going to be able to walk into Barnes and Nobles and find my book. Or I'm going to be able to go to Target, which now Target barely has a book section, but I'm going to be able to go to Target and find my book there. Or Walmart. Their section has gotten smaller and smaller, but people think this. Guess what? Wrong. You're not going to find it. Sometimes it's not guaranteed your book is going to be in those stores. They might just send out a couple out there just to see if it sells. Um, and if it doesn't, bookstores might not want your book. So there's no guarantee your book is going to be picked up by stores, and it might not be in brick and mortars. It just might be online. So don't think just because you're just traditionally published that you're going to be in stores and you're going to be able to walk into Barnes and Nobles and there's going to be a nice stack of books on a table or it's going to be on a rack or anything like that. No guarantees. Okay. And fifth, the best books are traditionally published. Nay, 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 nay. I have read some really good self-published books, and I have read some horrendous traditionally published books. I'm actually trying to finish one right now. I don't want to say the writer's name because I think it's disrespectful, but God, it's been 3 months, and I'm one of those people when I start reading a book, I have to finish it, but 3 months, and I can't get past page 60, and this book is atrocious. And I think there's like 280 pages to this thing, so it might be a year before I finish this book. I'm actually putting it down for a bit and starting another book, but we'll see how that one goes. So some of the you know examples I pulled to prove that self-published books are actually better sometimes is Aragon. I actually read this book when I was a little bit younger. I didn't know it actually became a series. Otherwise, I would have continued reading the series. So now I have to go back and read Aragon and pick up the rest of the series. But this became a movie. Actually, every one of these became a movie at one point. I did not read the last one, but my wife did. Um, Aragon became a movie. The movie sucked. Kind of annoyed me because I loved this book. The Martian, amazing book. I read that book, loved it. I could not put that book down. And the movie, amazing. You can't go wrong with Matt Damon. Last one, 50 Shades of Grey. Ladies, you love it. Guys, my wife loved the book. I attempted to read it. Eh, softcore porn, I guess. Be sad like me. But either way, all these books were turned into movies, and they were self-published. There are many others out there self-published. I think I read somewhere that Peter Rabbit was a self-published book. So, hey, Peter Rabbit. And that was back in the early 1900s. We're in 2019. Pretty good job there. How many traditional books can you say did that? So, these are some misconceptions of traditional publishing. So, think about it before you think traditional publishing is better than self-publishing. And that's it. I'm Rick Verde, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit the subscribe button, click on the bell, and you'll be notified when I put up another video.